Hi there, Andy Adams here with Holistic Rebellion, and I am here for Wednesday's video chat as promised. And this week, the topic I want to talk about is very dear to my heart, and it's autoimmune disease. And actually, I want to dive a little deeper and look at the connection between chronic inflammation and autoimmune diseases. So there's more than 100 autoimmune diseases that we are aware of. And in this country alone, we have 50 million Americans that are afflicted with one or more autoimmune disease. And I got this information from the Autoimmune Association of America. So how do we go from chronic inflammation to getting an autoimmune disease? So think of your body as a team with its own defense team. We call that the immune system. So this defense team is responsible for protecting you from harmful things like bacteria and viruses. And usually it works really well. It's like a shield around us, you know. When it works, it's really great. So now imagine there's a problem called chronic inflammation. And now it's like having small fires that keep inside of your body. And these fires, they send signals to your defense team telling them that there's something wrong. So now they rush to the scene to put out the fire, and sometimes they get confused. And instead of just putting out the fire and going home, they start attacking your healthy cells. And they do that because they're perceiving these healthy cells as invaders. So that's why they are attacking them. And this is really where the trouble starts. So when your defense team attacks your healthy cells by mistakes, it's like it's causing a friendly fire. And this kind of situation is called an autoimmune reaction. It's as if the defense team cannot really differentiate between your body cells and the real enemy. So this mix-up is what happens in autoimmune diseases. It basically is the body attacking itself. So imagine you have a puzzle and the pieces are your body cells. So it's like when your defense team gets confused and starts attacking your own cells, it's like putting these puzzle pieces into the wrong places. And over time, these misplaced pieces can lead to more problems like inflammation that won't go away and can damage your body. And I'm wondering if also this is a reason why people can have more than one autoimmune disease. So to sum it all up, chronic inflammation can sometimes make your defense team act wrongly and attack your own cells. And this mix-up is what can lead to autoimmune diseases, where your body starts fighting against itself. It's like a puzzle that has gone wrong, and science is really trying to figure out how to fix this problem and keep the body's defenses down and on the right track. So you may have been told that there's nothing that can be done and just to take the medication. However, there is so much evidence now that shows us that we do not just have to take it and lie down and take a pill. So in my work as a functional practitioner, my main goal is to find why this inflammation is happening in the first place. So even though the reason can be different for each person, once I figure out what is causing it, the journey of healing can begin. So imagine these pieces, this process as putting together a puzzle. We're doing a lot with puzzles here today. So chronic inflammation is like a missing piece, and it fits differently for each person. To be honest, often when I do work with a client, it's like I feel like a detective. It's like gathering clues to uncover the real problem. But then there's the exciting part. Once I find the problem, the root cause, now we can create a plan and we can help that person, help him get better. So it's like having a roadmap that is just for that person. Because remember, chronic inflammation affects, and autoimmune disease affects everybody differently. You can have two people with the same problem and they have a different root cause. So we cannot treat them the same. So when I work with my clients, I start a mission to bring balance and wellness back. It's not just about dealing with the problems you can see, it's also helping the body do its natural job, healing and keeping you healthy for a long time. So to make it even clearer, let's talk about a few important things when it comes to chronic inflammation and autoimmune diseases. So the inflammation trouble, the chronic inflammation is like the fire, as we spoke earlier, that won't go out. And it can cause problems by telling the body's defenses to attack its own cells. Sometimes genes can play a part in that. Sometimes our genes, the parts that make us us, can be more likely to have chronic inflammation and autoimmune diseases. But just because your genes say so doesn't mean you have to live with it like this. There are things you can do. Then there's outside influences, stuff like what you eat, the stress you're exposed to, pollution, infection. They all can make chronic inflammation worse. And these things can make your immune system so sensitive and lead to autoimmune diseases. And then there's the tiny helpers. Those are the little tiny organisms that are in our gut, and they can affect our immune system and inflammation. And these tiny organisms, if they get messed up, as they often do, because we're eating foods that are processed or really bad for us, it can cause chronic inflammation and autoimmune diseases. So as a functional practitioner, I take a holistic approach to chronic inflammation and autoimmune diseases. I focus on the underlying problem and addressing the underlying factors that contribute to these conditions, such as diet, stress, your gut health, genetics, and environmental factors. And my approach aims to restore balance and function in the body, often combining lifestyle changes, personalized nutrition, sometimes supplements, and stress management techniques to promote healing and alleviate the symptoms. So in closing, I like to say that it is my hope that I'm sharing some information that is helpful to you. I believe in education, and it is my aim to come to be in this group every week and share some helpful information that can provide you with a healthier future if needed. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.